Did you know that there was a Rudolph special produced exactly 20 years before the now famous stop-motion film? The short is only about 8 minutes long, and it's actually far truer to the original story than the other one. Romeo Mueller, the man who wrote the teleplay for the 1964 special, said shortly before his death that he wished he'd done the same, claiming that the reason he didn't follow the original story was because he couldn't find a copy of the book.
The bad deer who used to do nothing but tease him, well, now they'd do anything only to please him.
When the Rudolph special first aired in 1964, Rudolph, Hermie, and Yukon Cornelius promised the Misfit Toys that they would return. Well, they never did. This led many fans to submit letters to Rankin and Bass voicing their disappointments. To make up for this, Rankin and Bass produced a scene where Santa and Rudolph deliver the Misfit Toys to new homes. This scene is what we now know as the official ending to Rudolph.
Well, it's Christmas Eve, but looks like we're forgotten again.
Before Burl Ives was cast as Sam the Snowman, Larry Mann, the man who voices Yukon Cornelius, did all of the original narrations for the movie. Only a few people have ever heard this recording, but they say that he had a very distinct Brooklyn accent. Larry Mann also sang the original recording for the song Silver and Gold, which again has only been heard by a select few people.
Oh, excuse me. Call me Sam. What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen a talking snowman before?
And did you know? Over 200 different puppets were created for the special. However, since those involved with the production had no idea that Rudolph would become a holiday classic, they were not preserved. Throw in the fact that the puppets were regularly sprayed with magnetic flock that is proven to be acidic, it's no surprise that very few are still around. These puppets were given to multiple members of the staff of Rankin and Bass, and ultimately throughout the generations are mostly lost. The only puppets that are currently accounted for are Santa and young Rudolph, which were given to a secretary at Rankin and Bass, who in turn gave them to certain members of her family. Santa and Rudolph were sold at the PBS Antiques Roadshow to Kevin Crease in 2005, and because they were in such bad shape, he had them restored. These figures have been shown at multiple conventions since. It should also be noted that the man who was selling Santa and Rudolph confirmed that at one point he also had Hermie, Cornelius, and a couple of the reindeer, who ultimately were destroyed over the years. Now Rudolph and Santa can be appraised for roughly $50,000. The only other puppet that we know is still around is an adult Rudolph, which is in the possession of Rankin Bass's co-founder, Jules Bass.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Freaky.